Evening, everybody. Day 15, 75 Hard to Live, Hard Ruck Report. Obviously out here at dusk, getting my ruck done. I got home a little late this evening, running some errands and whatnot, but getting it done nonetheless. Actually managed to keep up on my water today. What I'm packing is the last 28 ounces of my gallon. So, or I guess 26 ounces of my gallon. Did a weigh-in this morning. I'm a day late on my weigh-ins. I usually do them on Monday mornings and do my assessment and all that stuff on Mondays, just so I can look at my weekly tasks, and my assessment and weigh-in will be checked off. That way I don't have to look at an empty box all week. But anyways, weighed in, I'm back down to 151 pounds even. 151. I bet I haven't weighed 151 pounds in, boy, quite a while. I don't even know. But you can definitely tell. I mean, I'm definitely lean for sure. But anyways, I shot my advisor a message, and he's saying, or he's actually upping my carb intake again from 245 up to 300. That's going to put me around 3,200 calories a day, and I guess we'll see how that goes. I'm not particularly thrilled about upping just my carbs. Wouldn't hurt my feelings any to up my fats, or I can understand why they're not upping protein. The proteins you only need, or at least according to him, you only need so much protein in order to build muscle. Everything else is not really a waste, but if you just put it in protein, you won't get your calories, or it'll be harder to eat your calories because you stay fuller longer with protein. Makes sense, I suppose. But at the same time, I'm not overly thrilled about essentially, not necessarily carb loading, but man, quite a few carbs. Now I'm not eating crappy carbs. I mean, I ain't shoving my face full of pancakes and bread and all that bullshit. I'm eating, about the only grains I'm eating would be rice, and every now and then I'll have some sprouted rolled oats in my oatmeal, my yogurt. So as far as grains goes, that's about all I'm eating. The rest of my carbs are typically coming from either, I mean, they're just residual carbs in some of the stuff I'm eating. You know, like I guess there's some beans on some of my lunch, but those and lots of greens. When I say lots of greens, those steamers, you know, like the broccoli and the Brussels sprouts and, you know, veggie steamers, green beans, those things are a lifesaver. I'll eat about a whole bag of those at a sitting half the time. I've even made some somewhat vegetarian stir fry with some of that stuff, with just some rice and some veggies, just so I could make my carbs at the end of the day, which I can see that more of that in my future if I'm having to do that. So yeah, not eating shitty carbs, no sugars. I'm not eating anything that has added sugar in it, which is almost everything. especially everything that's processed, of course. But And obviously, like we've been doing for going on coming on probably 4 years now, no high fructose corn syrup or soy. If you'd like to know why that is, send me some messages, send me some comments. I'll make a video on that. So yeah, I guess that's my diet. I wish I'm gonna have to eat one more thing. I've been eating sweet potatoes, which don't actually have near as many carbs in them as regular potatoes. But man, I love sweet potatoes. I think I might like them more than regular potatoes. So I may have to come up with some more clever ways of cooking those. I'm actually working out a way to grow them myself, which I think will be kind of fun. But yeah, so I guess that's it for the diet. Hopefully I can start putting on weight. You know, as you put on muscle mass, I've learned that your resting metabolic rate, which is basically what your body burns at rest, as far as, you know, with your heart beating and all this kind of stuff, it actually goes up with the more muscle mass you put on. So it's kind of not necessarily counterproductive, but it's a catch-22. The bigger you get, the more you got to eat in order to maintain what you got as far as muscle goes. Makes sense, but I had no idea that that was the case as far as your metabolic rate increasing due to muscle mass. So that's about all I got, guys. Just kind of sharing some stuff with you that I've learned. Oh, one other thing about the diet. The reasoning behind the carbs. So he's telling me that the reason we do carbs is because they're the most efficient fuel for the body. And I suppose that's the case, because they probably take the less calories, or the least amount of calories, to process. Makes sense. It's kind of why they say more protein is not exactly a winner, because it does take 30% more calories to process protein. So anyway, for what that's worth, in case you guys were wondering, this is a lot of stuff that I've never learned, and been kind of interesting learning this kind of stuff, because it's honestly been a lot of fun knowing, and I never really understood it, looking at, you know, some other guys out there, Jared Bear being one of them, a buddy of mine. I mean, holy crap, the transformation he made, unbelievable. But I never really knew that it is easy. I mean, it is easy as long as you can get your mind right. You can make changes fast. I mean, it sure seems fast to me. Like, there's no way. I can't believe I've lost freaking 14 pounds. You know, I didn't think I had 14 pounds of anything to lose. For those of you that know me personally, either that or I was way fatter than I thought I was. I don't think that's the case. I mean, at 165 when I started this, down to 151. Kind of amazing, kind of crazy, and it's not water weight. I mean, good Lord, I'm drinking a gallon of water a day, and yeah, I'm not eating as many salty foods. My diet is definitely better. I'm not eating a bunch of bullshit that my body doesn't need. So cleaner fuel, I suppose, makes a difference. Not retaining a bunch of, probably, I mean, honestly, no inflammation. I imagine that's probably got a little bit to do with it, or less inflammation, by pulling a lot of that stuff out of my diet. So all in all, guys, feeling pretty good, other than I think I've got something out of alignment in my neck from either lifting or this. From rucking, I imagine, probably, you know, having a 30-pound pack hanging off your back probably doesn't help things. But I mean, the pack that I've got is Everly stock. It's got a frame, it's got a lap belt, or a hip belt. So none of that is really setting on my shoulders as much as it is on my hips. But I guess depending on what's out of alignment, I mean, something in your lower back could be throwing, or hell, something in your hips could be throwing off crap way up the chain. So I don't know. Anyways, I got a chiropractor appointment tomorrow, 9 a.m. to try to fix that deal. Hopefully that can be done, because sometimes the headaches or neck aches or whatever you call them they're not unbearable, but boy, they are damn uncomfortable. Ibuprofen has been kind of taking the edge off a little bit, but still kind of sucks when you're driving or whatever, you know, where you can't move a whole lot. I've been laying down on my floor at work and stretching my neck and stuff out. Seems to help slightly for a little bit, but got to get something done about it. So anyways, never been to a chiropractor before, so this will be a new experience. Jennifer goes every now and then, or has in the past, but not this guy. So we'll see how it works. I'll let you guys know. Well, that's about it for what I got going on today and tomorrow anyway. So I guess I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 16, hopefully with a neck that feels better. But anyways, I'll leave you with my parting quote. Only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. Got to make yourself better to do something. Make yourself better.